characterization for flip-flop, the setup time characterization, the hold time characterization aspects. And then we had looked to sequencing of circuits, or ensuring that when you have sequential elements in your circuits, the timings and everything is met and there is no failure. So what are the key timings that we have to take care of when we're talking about different stages of a pipeline?
Setup and hold.
Okay.
Sir, we should see setup and hold violation, whether it is not violating it.
So we have to ensure that there is no violation on the setup and hold timings of the flip-flops, all sequential elements, not just flip-flops, any sequential element, there should be no setup and hold time violation. So to ensure this, what do we need to do?
To ensure this, sir, we need to put a combinational circuit between, if there are two flip-flops, so we just put a combinational circuit between it, and so that we can assure that there is the problem, if there is a problem of setup violation, so that we can avoid it. Basically, we try to do clock skew, if I'm not wrong.
So in the between two registers, that is two sets of flip-flops, or in one stage of a pipeline, there is some combinational logic that is put. And we see that the delay of movement of data, evaluation of data through that combinational logic is less than a certain value, such that the setup time of the flop is met, or the setup time of the latch is met, and so on. So this is done to meet the setup time. And to meet the hold time, what do we do? What do we check?
So we can actually either add some skew to it, or we can ensure that my combinational path doesn't have a very low contamination delay.
So for the hold time, we check that the fastest movement of data from the combinational path does not get latched at my next stage of the flop. So this can be done either by adding delay in the combinational path, or putting a skew on the first flop itself. So we were looking at how much skew to be added and those aspects in the previous class. Now let's look at it again, and now I want you to tell me what should come after TC minus. So we have two flops, F1 and F2, and we want to see what is the maximum propagation delay that this combinational logic can have. We've already shown, for your benefit, I'm already showing these timing flow arrows there. So what should TPD be less than or equal to?
T hold plus T setup.
So
TPCQ plus T setup plus T setup.
So there will be some propagation delay of the flop 1, that delay plus T setup. This has to be ensured. Remaining entire TC can be used for the propagation delay or for the evaluation in combinational logic. Is this fine? And this component is the minimum sequencing overhead that you will ever see. We have not yet added the jitter and all those components in this evaluation yet. Are you with me? Hello?
Sir, I didn't get this point.
Which point?
This TPCQ. Basically, what I know that our clock, T of clock, should be greater than TPD of flip-flop 1 plus TPD of our combinational circuit plus T setup of our flip-flop 2, right?
Yeah. So TPD of the combinational circuit is this, no? T propagation delay from clock to Q.
Oh, okay, sir. Then it's fine.
है ना? So what did you get confused it with?
I got confused with the just a notation. That's it.
Okay. So this is clear then. Now, if we had two-phase latches, how would the situation change? If we have two-phase latches, phi1 and phi2, how would the situation change?
Minus of summation of all the like minus of TPDQ1 plus TPDQ2 plus the setup of the two different latches.
So, what do you mean by setup of a latch?
So setup basically means that the duration for which our input should be stable before the sampling edge comes.
See, setup ki baat, for example, setup, we will start to see setup for this latch somewhere. Okay. When do we start to see the setup of this latch? When we say that this TPDQ1 came and it should settle before the setup time of this latch, so that it can be evaluated in the combinational logic too. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So the setup component starts to appear when when either TPD1 or TPD2 is very, very large. If that is not the case, and in fact, even then the setup will not appear, because after the data has set up here, my combinational logic 2 will start to operate after TPDQ. So for a two-phase latch system, the setup time is not really that big an issue. Are you able to see this?
The same logic goes for the first latch also, the setup for the first latch, or maybe the previous latches also.
Yeah, like if a first latch ka agar hum next cycle dekhen, this cycle, let us say this would fall somewhere here, then TPD2 can actually go very long, and there is this constraint. So setup constraint will come when you're talking about this non-overlap periods and these high periods. So when you talk about defining the phases of the clocks, then the setup time will come into picture. Do you see this? We will come into seeing that aspect in a little while, but just to clarify that over here, when we are looking at maximum propagation delay 1 plus maximum propagation delay 2, that is max of TPD1 plus TPD2, we only have a constraint linked to TPDQ of the latch, not the setup of the latch, because the setup of the latch is on the negative edge of the flop, of the you know, on the sampling edge, और sampling edge से बहुत पहले आप अपना काम शुरू कर देते हो. Do you see this?
I mean, so setup time would not come into like kind of any kind of an inequality, or while determining the minimum logical clock period for the logic combination logic also, like CL वाले के लिए भी हमारे को setup time की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी इस केस में.
नहीं, because you are assuming that CL1 and CL2, combination logic 1 and combination logic 2, are almost same duration. Like if you're given similar high time for both, you would assume that you are trying to keep CL1 and CL2 to be almost same length. कहीं कहीं पे नहीं होगा, वहां पे भी चैलेंज नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज आप उस केस में CL2 को छोटा कर दोगे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल. This is the beauty of using latches, and that is why when I mentioned to you last time that Intel for its high performance parts in the circuits uses latches, not flip-flops. Are you able to see this? Now, as we will move forward, we will see that there is some challenge in maintaining this non-overlap period. That is also an overhead that comes on the overall TC. See, अभी तक हम क्या देख रहे हैं? अभी तक हम max delay देख रहे हैं. Now we will look at min clock period. That is when you will see that latches have a different kind of an overhead figuring in. But till now, latches appear to be better. Are you with me? Hello?
So we can only make this claim that latches are better than the flip-flops in terms of the delay when we have considerable evidence that TPDQ would be larger than the TPCQ plus the T setup of the previous equation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that can be fairly assumed because the latch is like a flip-flop is made of two latches anyways.
अच्छा, okay.
है ना? तो उसके अंदर setup time, तो you know, it can be fairly assumed like that. Okay.
सर इस लास्ट वाली फिगर में सर अगर ये सिंगल लैच अगर सिर्फ हम 5-1 की बात करते हैं तो जो हमारी क्लॉक पीरियड होगा सर वो TPDQ और T सेटअप दोनों से वेरी करेगा, मतलब दोनों पे डिपेंड होगा. तो सर इस
क्लॉक पीरियड पे अभी नहीं आए. अभी हम क्लॉक पीरियड के लिए नहीं आए. अभी हम खाली ये कह रहे हैं व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम TPD1 plus TPD2 दैट यू कैन कीप. क्लॉक पीरियड विल कम टू इन अ लिटिल व्हाइल.
सर अगर इस केस में भी देखा जाए तो ये हो सर एक ये पॉसिबिलिटी है कि जो मेरा कॉम्बिनेशनल 1 का मतलब जो कॉम्बिनेशनल लॉजिक 1 का जो आउटपुट है वो इसकी जो सैम्पलिंग एज है उसके बाद ही आए तो फिर तो वो आउटपुट करप्ट हो जाएगा और हमने कोई कंस्ट्रेंट भी नहीं लिया सर उसपे.
हाँ, क्योंकि देखो अभी हम मैक्स वो मान रहे हैं. हम ये मान रहे हैं कि देयर आर टू कॉम्बिनेशनल लॉजिक्स. आपने इक्वल डिवाइड कर दिया एंड दिस इज द मैक्स TPD1 plus TPDQ दैट कैन हैपन. If there is a possibility that this combinational logic takes a lot to evaluate, let us say that this D2 arrives much later, then what we can then think of doing is we will skew the phi 2. We will skew the phi 2 so that setup time is not violated. But what is the maximum TPD1 plus TPD2 that you can keep? That will still remain the same.
Like using two phases latches gives me an extra knob to manage the delays.
Yes, to manage the long paths. If you have very wide ranging length of paths, for example, we will start adders today. In an adder, if the carry has to ripple through a very long chain, then you know there can be a very varying kind of a delay at the output. Am I right? So in that case, you may want to have a two-phase latch system so that you have a wide range. You carry अगर यहाँ पे भी आ गया तो भी ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी आ गया तो भी ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी आ गया तो भी ठीक है. So you have a very wide window in which your carry out can arise, and your system can benefit from it.
Sir?
Okay. Yes.
Sir, in this case, there is a potential of setup time violations because suppose let's look at the D2 wala trace. So the first change which occurs has to come after my 5-1 falls, right? Because if it comes before that, then I might have setup time violations on the first latch, right?
Why?
Because the last sampling point of my 5-1 latch would be just before the falling edge.
So D1 has to, this thing has to, okay. Oh, so you're saying that there is a setup constraint between the falling edge and this. Yes, there is a setup constraint there. Yeah.
Right.
So setup constraint आप violate तो कभी भी नहीं कर रहे हो उसे तो. What we are saying is, what is the maximum TPDQ1 plus TPDQ that you can keep? TPD1 and TPD2 that you can keep. We are just trying to estimate that.
Okay. Now I get.
Just trying to estimate this value yet. We are not saying कि आप setup को violate करोगे. Setup को तो आप meet करोगे ही. चाहे उसके लिए जैसे मैंने कहा कि आपको skew करना पड़े clock को.
Okay, now I get it.
But even if you have to skew the clock, because phi 1 will finally go to L3, the output of this one has to get latched here. So TPD1 plus TPD2 के ऊपर कंस्ट्रेंट फिर भी सेम रहेगा, चाहे सेटअप मीट करने के लिए आपको phi 2 को स्क्यू करना पड़ गया.
Yeah, now I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can make this as a claim also, right? कि अगर हम लोग TPD का constraint meet कर रहे हैं, तो essentially हमारा setup का constraint भी meet हो रहा है, क्योंकि अगर आप propagation
No. You may need to skew. If your TPD1 is very, very large,
हाँ,
then you will need to skew this clock, phi 2. You will need to have it arrive later, or at least arrive ka chodo, it has to leave later. So that if TPD1 is very, very large, and instead of toggling here, TPD1 finally settles, D2 finally settles somewhere here. Even then my setup time should be met. See, अभी तो मैंने जो आपको वेवफॉर्म दिखाया उसमें मैंने इतना अर्ली इसको ट्रांजिशन करवा दिया है कि आपको सेटअप टाइम का इशू दिखा नहीं, इसलिए आपको लग रहा है कि हाँ वैसा है. बट इन रियलिटी इफ योर TPD1 इज रियली वेरी लॉन्ग, if your first propagation delay path is really very long, then you have to shift the phi 2. You have to skew, add a skew to phi 2, which is called as time borrowing. We'll look into it in a little while. ठीक है? So now how does this change with pulsed latches? Now you will see that, okay, now you will see that there's already, we're talking about some setup time constraints. If we say that pulse width is greater than setup time, and there is another case when pulse width is less than setup time, how will things be different? If pulse width is greater than setup time, then what are we looking at? पहली क्लॉक से कुछ ट्रिगर हुआ, after TPDQ, Q1 came, Q1 to D2 there is TPD, and that is when your next clock cycle had also come. Okay, so that is when your next clock cycle had also come. However, if the TPW is less than the setup time, then you do not have the entire TC for your for you to do something. TC से पहले भी थोड़ा सा पार्ट आपको सेटअप के लिए चाहिए होगा. ठीक है? So your equation then becomes TC minus max of TPDQ and TPCQ. Plus T setup minus T pulse width. Now spend a minute to understand this equation. In one case, when TPW was greater than T setup, realize that TPDQ was coming into picture. Whereas when it was lesser than setup, then clock to Q delay will come into picture. Are you able to see this?
Sir, can you please explain again? I'm not able to see this.
So let us say my pulse width was very short. My pulse width was very short. So data, whatever it was, should have settled before the setup time.
Yes.
The data had settled, but my clock came only now. So my Q will come from this edge.
Yeah.
This Q1 will come from this edge, clock edge. So the timing that is coming under question is TPCQ. Whereas if my clock pulse was big, data would have required to set up only here. And the output would come here, not from the clock rising edge, but from data point. And over here, the timing that was coming into picture was TPDQ. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
so when the clock width was, I get the left side wala case when that is greater, but when the clock pulse was smaller, so we said that the data should have settled before the positive trigger of the ledge. No, na first second वाला ही होगा ना उसमें भी.
नहीं, data setup has to be met. If pulse width is shorter than T setup, then data is setting up before the rising edge of the clock. Yes. The setup time has to be met now from the sampling edge.
So the sampling edge was the falling edge, no?
Yes, sampling edge this edge.
So we say that. Acha, okay.
I am saying pulse width is shorter than. The setup time.
Essentially, वो settling time भी pulse width से ज़्यादा बाहर निकल रहा है.
Yes.
Sir, I am not getting one thing.
Yes.
Sir, why are we talking about the clock pulse width? Actually, the left side figure here, the data is undergoing transition after during the active edge of the clock. I mean, when the clock is active, and in the right side, the data transition has already taken. Means the data has already undergone transition. So, sir, why are we talking about the clock pulse width?
Because depending on the pulse width, either TCQ will come into picture or TDQ will come into picture.
सर लेकिन वो तो TCPQ और मतलब क्लॉक टू क्यू एंड डेटा टू क्यू वो तो डिपेंड करता है कि मेरा ट्रांजिशन कब हो रहा है, राइट सर?
हाँ, कौन सा पहले ट्रांजिशन हो रहा है, डेटा या क्लॉक?
हाँ, तो लेफ्ट वाले साइड में तो पहले क्लॉक का ट्रांजिशन हो गया, राइट साइड वाले में पहले डेटा का ट्रांजिशन हो गया.
हाँ, तो वही बता रहा हूँ मैं.
सर मतलब आपने इसको विड्थ
मैं यही बता रहा हूँ कि जो भी बाद में ट्रांजिशन हुआ मतलब यहाँ पे डेटा का ट्रांजिशन हुआ तो TDQ पिक्चर में आ गया और यहाँ पे क्लॉक का हुआ तो इसलिए TCQ पिक्चर में आ गया. यही बता रहा हूँ. आई एम नॉट सेइंग एनीथिंग डिफरेंट.
सर माय क्वेश्चन इज कि हमने इसको पल्स क्लॉक पल्स की विड्थ से कैसे रिलेट किया?
ओह, क्योंकि अगर सेटअप टाइम से ही कम है आपकी क्लॉक की पल्स विड्थ, अगर सेटअप टाइम रिक्वायरमेंट से ही कम है आपकी क्लॉक की पल्स विड्थ, तो क्लॉक का राइजिंग एज आने से पहले ही आना पड़ेगा डेटा. देयर इज नो अदर वे. This was what I was showing here. Is my pulse width is very short. ठीक है, this TPW is very short. This is the sampling edge. Data will have to meet the setup time. So data is bound to toggle before your CK arrives. And since data has toggled first, the delay that you will start to see is TPCQ and not TPDQ.
And सर ये हमेशा ही रहेगा ना, मतलब ऐसे जब
नहीं, इस केस में कहाँ हुआ?
नहीं सर, जब पल्स छोटा होगा सेटअप टाइम से.
हाँ, तो दो केसेस हो गए ना, एक में जब पल्स विड्थ सेटअप टाइम से छोटा है, एक में जब पल्स विड्थ सेटअप टाइम से बड़ा है. इसलिए तो यहाँ पे A और B दो केसेस बनाए. तभी तो यहाँ पे दो केसेस बनाए ना अनुज.
यस सर, गॉट इट, समझ गया सर.
ठीक है.
यस सर, थैंक यू सर.
सो डू यू रियलाइज दैट चाहे all the three methods of sequencing are there, but the sequencing overhead in every method is slightly different. The sequencing overhead is different in all the three methods.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, we were able to make this claim of the TPW greater than and lesser than wala when we had that setup time not changed in a way and we were only modifying the TPW. Setup time we had a fixed variation, right? Fixed time. Now suppose if I were to change the setup using some jitter or maybe something else, then I would have different scenarios, right? Then I would not have easily claimed that TPW मेरा ज़्यादा होगा या कम होगा, तब मेरा ऐसा होगा.
Yeah, so we'll come into those aspects also. But सबसे पहले simple case को तो समझ लो.
Okay. Like we are considering that setup हमारा उतना है तो उतना होएगा. तो
yeah, this is the simplest. Is it not? Abhi, I am not even talking about skew. I am not even talking about jitter. I am not talking about anything else yet.
Okay. Okay.
Simplest to itna hai na.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Now we talked about skew and jitter last time also. Now you can always add those components to this. पहले simple समझ लो, because simple में तीनों are different. Last time we looked at only the flop. Now we are looking in more detail. We are looking at pulse latches also, and we are looking two-phase latches also. And what we are saying is it is going to be different for all the three. Now the way we added those jitter components and skew components for the flop, the same way we will start to add them for the two-phase latches and pulse latches also. ठीक है?
Right, sir. Thank you.
So now we come to min delay. Do you accept min delay also to be different? We just saw that max delay will be different in the three sequencing mechanisms. Min delay can also be different in the three mechanisms.
Yes, sir.
So let's review the flop first, which we had already done earlier. So what would be the min delay for the flop?
T hold minus TCQ.
T hold minus TCCQ. Okay. Now we are already looking at TCCQ, contamination delay from clock to queue. है ना? Not TPCQ. Is this part clear? Min delay for the flip-flop? Friends, you have to give feedback.
Yes, sir.
आगे बढ़े. So now for the two-phase latches, what is the min delay now?
Sorry, sir. Actually, I had a question.
Yeah.
So on the previous slide, suppose we considered with the max delay case where we had the TPCQ. So when we had the timing diagrams and we had only a single queue and a single clock, like I would have estimated TCCQ and TBDQ by on different edges, right? I mean, like where I would have got the lesser TCCQ, or I mean, like how could I have measured the TCCQ? Basically, my question is that.
How do you measure TCCQ?
I mean,
सिंपल है. डेटा के कौन से ट्रांजिशन पे CQ मतलब लेटेस्ट बहुत सिंपली अगर मैं देखूं, there is a flop, setup time is met. In one case, data is transitioning from 1 to 0. In the other case, data is transitioning from 0 to 1. By the very nature that PMOS and NMOS can vary differently, will not necessarily be sized in the ratio so that you have same rise and fall time. So my propagation delay, my delay for transmitting a 1 to the output and transmitting a 0 to the output can be different.
Essentially, I would have checked different two conditions.
The larger one is propagation delay, the smaller one is contamination delay. है ना?
Right.
ठीक है. So this is clear, flip-flops. आगे बढ़े.
Yes, sir.
So let me also put my camera on so that you are able to see. I am waiting for your response. Okay. Yeah. Now we go to two-phase latches. What happens here? See, now we are talking about T non-overlap. I'm giving you hints. We're talking about T non-overlap, and we're anyways talking about contamination delays. So what will be the definition, or what should be TCD1 and TCD2 greater than? Hello? When does the next flop, like phi 2 से आपने कुछ launch करा, when does the phi 1 वाला latch start to sample? Start to sample. I'm not saying sampling edge. When does it start to sample?
It would be T hold
minus TCCQ plus
minus the T non-overlap, so you will actually have a reduced constraint. T non-overlap भी minus हो जाएगा.
T hold minus TCCQ minus T non-overlap. So do you realize that we actually would want a non-overlapping clock phi 1 and non-overlapping clock, like phi 1 and phi 2 should not really overlap, because that helps you in your hold time constraints, meeting the hold time constraints easily. Are you able to see this? Because जब हमने initially 2 phases of clock बनाए थे, तो मेरे को नहीं याद आप में से किसी ने मेरे से पूछा था कि ये ओवरलैप क्यों नहीं कर रहे, या why are we not designing them like this? I don't think किसी ने मेरे से पूछा था ये. You just all accepted that the 2 phases are non-overlapping. Now do you understand the reason of non-overlapping? हेलो, कैमरा ऑन करने का भी फायदा नहीं हुआ.
Sir, it takes a bit of time to digest. That's why there's a delay.
Okay, take your time.
So essentially, this would in a way also mean that I am giving my combinational block more time to get evaluated.
This is contamination delay, Swapnil.
No. I mean with the addition of T non-overlap.
पता नहीं. You can't always say this. If your combinational logic was small, let us say, then this entire duration of T non-overlap, for example, अगर आप okay, we will see. जब हम clock period पे आएंगे ना, इसके बाद we will look at clock period वाला चीज, then you will see what is the impact of T non-overlap there.
So the thing is, man, first
just keep this question with you. Just keep this question with you for now.
I'll have that question with me, but the thing is, first place, I'm still a little confused. What was the advantage we were gaining with 2-phase latches over the normal scenario? I mean,
the first advantage is that being a latch, you now have a sliding window. जो हमने setup के अंदर देखा. That now you can have slightly larger and slightly shorter data paths. You don't, like in a flip-flop based pipeline, all the segments of your data path have to be broken into almost equal sized elements. Whereas when you're talking about it in terms of a latch, then what can happen is you can slide this a little bit here, or you can have one path slightly longer and still have a very good frequency. We will see this in a little while, because it will help us to have these varying data path lengths to also be able to be sequenced properly. See, in a flip-flop, the first length of the combinational path is what will define your frequency.
Right.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Whereas in the latch-based systems, there is a flexibility to thoda sa do time borrowing easily. For a flop, you will have to consciously add delays ताकि आपका positive skew add हो, ये हो, वो हो. Latches के लिए skew add करने की need बहुत देर में आएगी. Really जब आपका path बहुत फर्क है, तो आपको जो एक्स्ट्रा काम करना पड़ रहा है अपने सिस्टम को हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी पे ऑपरेट करवाने के लिए, वो कम है when we will come to 2-phase latches.
So essentially 2-phase latch and pulse latch gave the same kind of an advantage of the sliding window. Nothing.
No, pulse latch has a completely different advantage. Pulse latch में आपको ये बेनिफिट नहीं मिला कि आपको बोरोइंग करना आसान हो गया.
हाँ, okay.
पल्स लैच में तो पल्स ही बहुत छोटी सी थी, तो उसके अंदर बोरो कैसे करोगे आप. पल्स लैच में आपको ये फायदा हुआ कि पल्स लैच इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ फ्लॉप ऑपरेशन. पल्स लैच ऑपरेट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ फ्लिप फ्लॉप.
Okay.
But in half the area. There is only one latch, not 2 latches. It has lower power because clock goes only to one latch, not to 2 latches.
But still, we don't have that flexibility of breaking the combination logic into multiple smaller and the larger blocks.
Yeah. तो वही कह रहा हूँ. तो pulse latch का benefit is not the same as 2-phase latch का benefit. People want to use pulse latch because of area benefit.
Okay, okay, I get that.
People want to use latches, two-phase latches for performance benefit, and they want to use pulse latches for area benefit.
Okay, yeah.
You're able to see this? This is very important. ठीक है, आगे बढ़े?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So now look at the pulse latch. What will be the constraint here? Tell. बोलो.
T hold.
Sir, it should be T hold plus TPW minus TCQ.
T hold
minus
दोबारा से
TPW minus TCCQ. Oh, plus TP.
I said this only, T plus TPW.
See, in the worst case, TPW has come. TPW is large, so आपका जो TCCQ है वो पिक्चर में आया जहां पे हम दिखा रहे हैं, एंड सैम्पलिंग एज ये वाला है. ठीक है, जितना छोटा TPW होगा, उतना आपके लिए कंटामिनेशन डिले का चैलेंज कम हो जाएगा. Are you able to see this? The shorter the TPW, basically shorter TPW means you're sampling earlier. So since you're sampling earlier, your shortest path can be still shorter. क्योंकि वो पहले भी आ जाएगा तो भी सैंपल नहीं होगा. Look at latch 2. Latch 2 was sampling at this edge. Latch 2 was sampling at this edge. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. The sampling is clear.
Now, what was my, let us say TPW is large. So what is my requirement? कि latch 1 का इधर क्लॉक से जो ट्रिगर हुआ काम प्लस कॉम्बिनेशनल लॉजिक should come after this TPW has elapsed, after the sampling has closed. That is what my requirement is. So basically, what I'm asking is that TCD plus TCCQ has to be greater than or equal to my T hold plus TPW, because hold की requirement TPW के बाद ही मीट होती है, मेजर करी जाती है. फॉरवर्ड पाथ में देखें तो आर यू एबल टू सी दिस, दैट जो भी इसका शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ है प्लस इसका शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ है, दैट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन टी होल्ड रिक्वायरमेंट एंड द TPW. इसी चीज को इस तरह से लिख दिया गया है. Any questions? हेलो, क्लियर है? आगे बढ़े?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we look at the concept of skew. ठीक है? Let us say there is some skew somewhere. In a flip-flop, we added some skew. So now what happens? Now, let us say that the launching edge was here, but the sampling edge came a little earlier. That can happen because there is skew. That can happen. So my TPD equation changes to TPD has to be less than this additional skew element there. Are you with me?
Some means you need to add delta so that it can just get shifted.
Yes. Delta की जगह अब यहाँ पे I'm using the word T skew, making it more explicit to you. Is that fine?
Okay.
Our constraint has in a way increased, right?
Yes. Now, because of the skew that came, why did the skew came? What is skew? We discussed it in the last class. What is skew?
The launching edge at the launching or the falling edge comes earlier or later than the rise.
So there are two flops. One is the launch flop. One is the capture flop. They are at different leaf nodes, and the clock delay could be different to the two different leaf nodes. That is your skew. The same edge, rising edge of the clock, is arriving differently on the flop 1 and flop 2. तो flop 1 में dark वाला line आया, flop 2 पे जो light वाला line था वो आया, and it arrived earlier. जितना जल्दी arrive करेगा उतना कम time आपके पास होगा अपने combinational logic के लिए.
This was a negative skew, right?
Yes.
And if I would have a positive skew, then I would have gained the overhead.
Yeah, but for sign off, you like if it is just any skew that is there, you've not added skew by design. For sign off, you have to consider the negative skew for your
for the worst case, right?
Setup time violation.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, should we look at the contamination delay part?
Sir, I had just a small question.
Yes.
Sir, the book uses the word spatial variation in the definition of clock skew. So, sir, what does the word the spatial variation they want to say?
Spatial means space. That is what, na? Oh, sorry. That is what we talked about this. This is a clock tree. There is a flop here, there is a flop here. But the clock that has arrived here has come from one path and a different path. Paths may be equal, but the buffers that were there, they have their own different delays. Since these are two flops in different locations, we call this as spatial variation of clock arrival.
Okay, sir, clear.
Jitter, on the other hand, is we're talking about the same flop. We're not looking at the second flop. We're just talking about the same flop. And we are saying that, okay, this particular wire also had another metal running to it. And this had another metal running to it. And this had some metal running to it, parallel to it. And in one cycle, there were rising trends on all the signals. So my clock arrived earlier due to coupling. In another cycle, all the signals were falling. All these coupling signals were falling. So my clock arrived later. So this is the same edge. We're talking about the rising edge and at the same flop, but in two different times. One cycle happened when there was IR drop, the other cycle happened when there was no IR drop. That is called temporal. So spatial is skew, temporal is jitter.
Clear, sir. Thank you.
So now, should we look at the contamination delay part? For contamination delay, what do you want? What is the worst case? The worst case is, for the first flop, clock would arrive early so that the data is launched early. But for the second flop, clock would arrive late. So for the second flop, this is the clock. And for the first flop, this is the clock. Are you able to see this? Now, when the earlier constraint was t hold minus t CCQ, since the launching clock can come t skew duration earlier, your contamination delay is constrained to be larger than that component also. आप देख पा रहे हैं इस बात को? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. सिमिलरली आप जिटर का भी कर सकते हैं. जिटर के अंदर 2TJI जो है वो ऐड ही होगा. आपके प्रोपोगेशन डिले को कम करने की कोशिश करेगा और कंटामिनेशन डिले को बढ़ाने की कोशिश करेगा. एग्जैक्टली सेम तरीके से. ठीक है ना?
So just one question. So this t skew variable would take positive values as long as my receiving edge comes later.
अभी आप देखो तो मैंने टी स्क्यू को ऐसे डिफाइन करा है दैट इस केस में टी स्क्यू इज टेकिंग पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज. आई हैव moved away from that delta wala cheese ki delta
Yeah.
can be positive and can be negative. I've simply said there is t skew.
Okay. Yeah, actually this notation is much better because delta 1 gets very confusing.
Yeah. No, so I've just removed that. I've said let us look at t skew only. I made it simpler for you. ठीक है? So friends, this concept of this timing in sequential circuits and pipelines is very important. Almost every company's written exam would have this kind of a question there. Almost every company's. So those of you who have sat in some interviews earlier, you can confirm if this is true or not. But I have not seen any good company not ask and hiring for circuit designers or system designers and not asking you questions on pipelining. Almost every company has at least one question in their question paper on pipelining. If they don't have it in the question paper, they will definitely ask you in the interview.
But not one. I mean, almost every question is on pipelining or sequencing or setup hold time.
है ना? So this concept is really very important. I know अभी हमने क्लास में पिछली बार भी कुछ कवर करा. See, I consciously split this concept into 2 classes so that you have more time to digest it. Okay? Please, आज की क्लास के बाद go back and review this concept for yourself. This is very, very important. Okay? If you have questions, don't wait for my office hours. You can ask all the TAs in their office hours. Though office hours will happen before my office hours. है ना? So get this concept very well established in your system. This is very, very important concept. Okay?
So can you please repeat once the TCD wala constraint? I was able to get the TPD, not the TCD properly.
TCD यहाँ तक का तो आपने देखा ही था ना?
Right, yes, sir.
अब हम कह रहे हैं कि जो launching edge है that has arrived a little earlier. T skew duration earlier, the launching edge has arrived.
तो contamination delay भी बढ़ गया.
Yes, so the requirement of the contamination delay has also increased.
Okay.
Okay, that is, देखो जितना सिंपली समझने की कोशिश करोगे उतना ही सिंपल है. किताबों में इतने कॉम्प्लेक्स तरीके से बताया जाता है कि people get confused and therefore these industry folks have to ask so many questions. ठीक है? I really want you to get it as simply as possible. Therefore, I changed the terminology from following edge, rising edge, this edge, that edge. I simply said look at the sampling edge. I wanted to make it simple for you. Sampling edge से देखो, फिर चाहे वो लैच है, चाहे वो पल्स लैच है, चाहे वो टू फेज लैच है, हर चीज को आप क्लैरिफाई कर पाओगे. ठीक है? जितना सिंपल रखोगे अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग में उतना अच्छा है. So, should we move forward? Now we come to the aspect of what is called as time borrowing. यहाँ पे जो मैं कह रहा था, if you have, for example, one flop, another flop, and there is a combination logic in between, and let us say there is a third flop also there, and there is combinational logic in between. So this is your path. Okay. If you know that CL1 is much greater than CL2, then what would you do? You, to allow more time to CL1, you will delay the clock to here. This clock will come on time, this clock will also come on time, but the clock to this clock will come late. What does this mean? That in between these two flops, you have larger time available to you for TPD1. Are you with me? Hello?
So why? Like I get the point that we'll delay the second clock because we need more time to evaluate. But what was the point of giving the first and the third clock the same time? I mean, उससे भी कोई benefit तो होगा नहीं. I mean, you could delay the third clock also. I mean, like.
Yeah, third clock also, but then what happens is then essentially you are simply delaying clocks. Finally, तो you want finally किसी ना किसी point पे जाके तो same clock has to, so third को भी आप चलो 2 से delay कर देते. Let us say third वाले को आपने 2 से delay करा. कहीं ना कहीं जाके तो आपको सेम क्लॉक देनी पड़ेगी ना किसी फ्लॉप पे, तभी तो आपका पूरा साइकिल मीट होगा, तभी तो आपका जो फ्रीक्वेंसी आप टारगेट कर रहे थे वो मीट होगा. नहीं तो एक्चुअल में आपने चाहे हायर फ्रीक्वेंसी दे दिया, आउटपुट तो डिले ही आ रहा है.
I agree that part. I mean, I was thinking कि अगर मैं सेम क्लॉक दूंगा तो उससे मुझे सेटअप टाइम और होल्ड टाइम वायलेशंस थोड़े ट्रिकी हो जाएंगे ना भी.
हाँ, तो उसके लिए क्या होगा, जो ही आपने इधर सेम क्लॉक दी, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हो स्वप्निल, उस समय क्या हुआ कि यहाँ के टीपीडी के लिए अब आपके पास बहुत कम टाइम बचा.
हाँ.
लेकिन ये तो हम कह ही रहे हैं ना, जब टीपीडी 1 इज मच ग्रेटर देन टीपीडी 2, तब आप ऐसा करोगे. एंड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज नोन एज टाइम बोरोइंग. आपको पता है कि दूसरे के पास देयर इज अ स्लैक, लेट मी बोरो दैट स्लैक. Are you able to see this? See, हर जगह पे आपके पास देखो, जितने भी हमने ये कंस्ट्रेंट्स देखे ना, अब इधर ये मानो टीपीडी minus RHS. You wanted it to be at least equal to or less than. So RHS minus TPD. ठीक है? This is slack. This is slack means अब आपका TPD थोड़ा सा और बढ़ सकता है. You have some margin in your system. ठीक है? तो हम ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर दो स्टेजेस के बीच, अगर हम दो अलग अलग स्टेजेस को कंसिडर करें, हमें पता है दिस स्टेज हैज अ लॉट ऑफ स्लैक एंड दिस वन इज just on the edge or is about to fail or is failing. I'm not able to manage this because this combinational delay is much longer. I will request this stage, यार थोड़ा सा slack मेरी तरफ कर दे, just let your clock arrive a little later. तुम्हारा slack ही कम होगा लेकिन मैं पास कर जाऊंगा.
So overall frequency of operation would remain same in a way because हमने
Yes.
slack सेम रखा है.
Yes. तो अगर इसको इस तरह से देखें, F1 F2 F3, आपका ये डिले सपोज 10 नैनोसेकंड है, ये डिले सपोज 8 नैनोसेकंड है. तो अगर आप टाइम बोरोइंग नहीं करोगे तो आपको इस सिस्टम को 10 नैनोसेकंड प्लस टीपीडी PDQ या CQ ऑफ फ्लॉप ऐड करके, दिस इज योर मिनिमम टाइम पीरियड दैट यू कैन कीप, अगर आप टाइम बोरोइंग नहीं कर रहे तो. आर यू विद मी? हेलो.
Right.
लेकिन अगर आप टाइम बोरोइंग कर रहे हो तो क्या होगा? You can say that, okay, I have these 8 nanoseconds and this has 10 nanoseconds. There is a 2 nanosecond slack over here. Or whatever be the frequency, I have some extra slack over here. If I take 1 nanosecond of this region, basically 10 और 8 का average हो गया 9. If I give this clock just 1 nanosecond later, ठीक है, then instead of operating at this, I will look at 10 nanosecond minus 1 nanosecond plus TCQ. So I am now operating at a higher frequency. Are you able to see this?
मतलब सर दोनों 9 नैनो सेकंड पे काम कर जाए जिससे अपनी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी, तो अपन 1 सेकंड का बोरो देना चाहते हैं, राइट?
हाँ, तो अगर मैं ये ना बोरोइंग ना करता तो मैं 10 नैनो सेकंड पे ऑपरेट करता, लेकिन क्योंकि अब मैंने थोड़ा सा टाइम बोरोइंग कर लिया दो फ्लॉप्स के बीच में बाय एडिंग दिस सेट ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा बफर्स, आई कैन नाउ ऑपरेट एट 9 नैनो सेकंड्स, which is an improvement in my frequency. Are you able to see this? Now consider the case of a latch. लैच के अंदर ये प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आई। क्यों? क्योंकि लैच में अगर आपके इस वाले ने एक्स्ट्रा टाइम ले भी लिया, सपोज इसने 10 नैनो सेकेंड ले भी लिए, तो क्या होगा, दूसरी क्लॉक के ये 1 नैनो सेकेंड बाद टॉगल करा होगा। दूसरी क्लॉक को एनीवे 8 ही चाहिए थे, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आई। आपको ये बफर्स ही नहीं डालने पड़े, आपकी पावर ही नहीं वेस्ट हुई, आपको कुछ एक्स्ट्रा काम करना ही नहीं पड़ा। Are you able to see this? हेलो
सर जब अपनी पॉजिटिव क्लॉक थी तो पहली बार में अपने लैच ने 10 नैनो सेकंड में काम कर दिया और अपन को आउटपुट मिल गया, ठीक है, फिर वो ओपेक हो गया। फिर बाद में अपन ने देखा तो फिर जैसे उसको 8 नैनो सेकंड की मतलब पल्स में मतलब पूरा आउटपुट आ जाएगा क्या? मतलब मेरे को इसमें हल्का सा डाउट था, मतलब बेसिकली वो ट्रांसपेरेंटली हो जाएगा क्या काम?
क्यों, इस समय ये वाली लैच ट्रांसपेरेंट है ना, इस समय लैच 2 ट्रांसपेरेंट है, इस समय लैच 1 ट्रांसपेरेंट है। इसका डेटा सेटअप जहां भी हुआ था उसने 10 नैनो सेकेंड लिए, ये लैच शुरू हो चुकी थी, ट्रांसपेरेंट थी। तो क्या हुआ, जब भी ये ट्रांसपेरेंट हुई थी, इसने अपने कुछ कुछ वैल्यूएशन शुरू कर दिए थे, वो वैल्यूएशन काम के थे चाहे नहीं थे, वी डोंट मैट बॉदर अबाउट इट, थोड़ी सी पावर वेस्ट हुई, लेकिन 10 नैनो सेकेंड बाद जब ये डेटा स्टेबल हो गया तो मेरे पास 8 नैनो सेकेंड फिर भी थे टू कंप्लीट माय अदर इवैल्यूएशन। सो ओवरऑल जो मेरे को टाइम पीरियड लगाना पड़ा एक राइजिंग एज से दूसरे राइजिंग एज में, वो 18 नैनो सेकेंड ही है, प्लस वॉट एवर ओवरहेड्स वी टॉकिंग अबाउट। सो एक राइजिंग से दूसरे राइजिंग में मेरे को 18 नैनो सेकेंड ही देना पड़ा, एंड देयरफॉर आई एम फास्टर। समझ रहे हो, इफेक्टिव इज 9 ना, without putting all these buffers, without wasting power there. Some power got wasted here, but this power was saved.
यस सर, तो फिर लैच ही फायदा हुआ, अपन को पावर बचा लिया अपन ने।
या सो अब आपको समझ में आया कि लैच क्यों लोग यूज करना चाहते हैं। This was a question earlier. Is that resolved now, Swapnil?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
So this is, yeah, please.
Yeah, because we don't need time borrowing in the case of latch system, therefore we prefer to use a latch instead of a flip flop.
Yes. ठीक है, so this is latch system जहाँ पे even if your combinational logic 1 is slightly longer, it doesn't matter. Till the time your combinational logic 1 plus combinational logic 2 meet the total requirement, that they are finishing within the cycle. So you're borrowing time across pipeline stages. ठीक है? This is the benefit of two-phase latching. Now, how much can you borrow? Tell me.
सर तो लास्ट में वो लूप वाला उसमें
तो इधर आओ, देखो दोबारा से। हम क्या चाहते हैं? हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमने यहां से बोरो तो कर लिया, So this 10 was there, 8 was here, 8 was required here. So I borrowed 1 nanosecond from here. So I am able to finally give my rising edges at a frequency of, or at an interval of 9 nanoseconds. But let us say that this was instead of 8, this was 8.5. What would happen? Can you give your rising edge at 18? Or will you now give your rising edge at 18.5?
Uh, 18.5.
Yes. So that is what it means, that between two rising edges, the entire combinational path that has come, CL1 and CL2, should have been evaluated. That is what is being said. CL1 plus CL2 should happen between two rising edges of phi1. That they must complete within the cycle. आपने आपस में they can just move the edge around. Are you able to see this now?
Okay, sir.
So how much borrowing can happen? How much borrowing can happen? So practically speaking, this non-overlap has to be given. And whatever your data, suppose L2 के बाद कुछ भी नहीं था, सीधा phase 1 वाली latch ही आनी थी. There is no delay that can happen here. There is no combinational logic. Let us say, ठीक है? तो भी the output Q2 should settle here. So setup plus T non-overlap. इतना मार्जिन आपको छोड़ना पड़ेगा, बाकी सारा का सारा T cycle by 2 आप ले सकते हो. Are you able to see this? Are you able to see this?
Why is this TC by 2 coming?
ओह, क्योंकि टीसी हाफ ही तो साइकिल आपके पास थी ना दूसरे से बोरो करने के लिए, उसके पास वो टाइम था कहाँ? दिस इज योर एंटायर टीसी.
ओके फाइन.
अब मैक्सिमम टीसी बाय 2 ही तो ले सकते थे, है ना?
या. Okay.
And what about in the case of pulse latches? In pulse latches, as we said, the pulse is in itself so short. अब इसमें से नंगा नहाएगा क्या, निचोड़ेगा क्या, you know? अब इसमें आप कहाँ उसको कहाँ स्पेस दोगे? सैम्पलिंग एज इज राइट हियर. See, you could do it here because starting of sampling and the sampling edge were far apart. In a short pulse width system, the sampling edge is right there. So the maximum time that you can borrow is T pulse width minus T setup. So practically you cannot really borrow much in the pulse latch system. That was why I was telling Swapnil earlier that pulse latches are not essentially used for time borrowing, for the sliding window benefit. Pulse latches, if anyone uses, they use it for area requirement. That it's just one latch, but it behaves almost like a flop. Okay. Are you with me?
सर यहाँ पर भी वो कंस्टेंट आएगा क्या कि हमारा पल्स विद अगर ग्रेटर देन सेटअप है या लेस देन सेटअप?
नहीं, उसमें कोई कंस्ट्रेंट की बात ही नहीं. अगर पल्स विड्थ लेस देन सेटअप है तो आप एक्चुअली बोरो कर ही नहीं सकते. आपको तो देना पड़ रहा है.
यस सर.
है ना? तो कोई वो फंडा ही नहीं है. तो इक्वेशन सिंपल सी है. पल्स विड्थ छोटा होगा तो टी बोरो नेगेटिव आ जाएगा कि आपको तो डेटा हैज टू बी सेटअप बिफोर द राइजिंग एज ऑफ द क्लॉक. फॉरगेट अबाउट फॉलिंग एज. राइजिंग एज से पहले आपको सेटअप करना है ना? जो हमने देखा था पहले वेव फॉर्म में.
Sir?
Yes.
So I was just curious to know, and I mean we knew the difference between the latches and the flip flops. I mean ये चीज तो बहुत पहले से पता हो कि हमारे टाइम बोरिंग वगैरह क्या होता है, किसमें कितना बेनिफिट है. So why is it so that recently only like Intel has moved towards latches? Why is so that flip flops dominated?
No. Intel has been using latches for 10, 20 years now, 10, 15 years now.
I mean, everywhere you see the application-based registers or counters or frequency divider, it's all flip-flop based, right? So
Yeah, because that our books are all 30 years old. That is the reason. This Veste edition is a new one, therefore it talks about all these things. Otherwise तो कोई बात ही नहीं करता था, because पहले खाली flop use होते थे. Because they're simpler ना, आपके tools, see, look at it like this. आपके CAD tools have to be very smart to see that this is a latch. यहाँ पे falling edge से आपको falling edge को sampling edge मारना है, यहाँ पे rising edge को sampling edge मारना है. The EDA tools were not able to support this.
essentially, sign-off was easier with flip-flops.
Yes, EDA tools allowed sign off only with flip-flops. Intel has its own internal tools to do this negative edge wala sign off and everything. अब अगर आप जाओगे तो शायद, I'm not even sure, we can check with Sneh, but अब शायद जाके latch based sign off allow हुआ है EDA tools में STA के लिए. वो भी I'm not sure. But Intel had a very developed internal ecosystem for this. So we had one speaker from Intel who came and gave a talk to us, and we were discussing with him. They said, "वो तो, so he joined Intel after other places, Global Foundries and other places. He joined Intel sometime in 2003, 2004, and he was sharing कि मैं जब यहाँ पे आया तो मैं तो हैरान रह गया that all those things that we wanted to do, Intel is already doing with its internal tools." So he said, then we developed those tools more and we added more functionality and we did this and we did that. So Intel ke internal tools, IBM ke internal tools, they are 2 generations ahead of these Cadence and Synopsys. 3 generations ahead of Cadence and Synopsys. So when a company uses standard tools, they lose that competitive edge. But now once Cadence and Synopsys also offer this kind of a sign-off, then there is no need for Intel to have their tools. So over time, this internal development of EDA tools has kind of stopped, both in IBM and in Intel. But otherwise, Intel and IBM both had a huge, big suite of internal tools. Big software teams working alongside circuit designers to get better sign-off and better performance. Okay?
Yeah.
So, see, no tools to analyze clock skew. Two-phase clockings are very difficult to handle. Intel did it through its internal tools. Okay? So now we look at a safe flip-flop. What is the safe flip-flop? It is a flip-flop that works with non-overlaps in phi 1 and phi 2. Okay? So the clocks are non-overlapping, but because there is this internal delay between phi 1 and phi 2 arrives earlier than phi 1, so contamination delay वाली बात ही नहीं आई. So whole time की requirement ही नहीं आई आपके पास. See, for setup time, you can always recover by slowing down the clock on silicon. Hold times cannot be recovered. Hold time failure cannot be recovered on silicon. That is why this is called a safe flip-flop, because its hold time by design, by construction, negative है, 0 है. You don't need to hold after the clock arrival. But the setup time will increase.
Safe flip-flop is essentially C2 MOS, right?
Sorry?
Safe flip-flop is essentially C2 MOS, right? That the C2 MOS flop which we saw, where we had the non-overlapping insensitivity to non.
Yeah, so this is not really C2 MOS. This is fully CMOS design.
I mean, I don't understand the difference. How C2? What is exactly the safe flip-flop doing differently from that?
Okay, so C2 MOS flop was a dynamic flop. Do you realize that? वहाँ पे फिर भी आपके nodes पे data store होना था, तो कुछ देर के लिए floating था. यहाँ पे you have a full latch to ensure there is no dynamic behavior in it. Are you able to see this?
So essentially, I've given the first clock to the second latch and the second clock to the first latch. Is this what the difference was?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is actually like we are able to achieve this because in this case, since I have some non-overlap time, So by the time the first one latches, I have all my time because I don't need to hold my signal anymore because my
Yes.
master has already latched the data.
Yes.
And in the earlier case, the problem was since I had no non-overlapping time, it might be well possible that both the latches are transparent for a small amount of time.
Yes.
But now over here, because non-overlap, so I mean, I don't care. There's enough time for me to.
Yeah, exactly. ठीक है. So phi 1 and phi 2 are non-overlapping. Phi 1 comes before, phi 1 आता है. इसका मतलब यहाँ का डेटा सैंपल होके आगे चला गया एंड ये चीज ओपेक हो गई. अब phi 2 आया तो phi 2 ने आके यहाँ पे कुछ लिख लिया. ग्रेट, नो प्रॉब्लम्स. ठीक है, होल टाइम का इशू ही नहीं आया. Only after this has become opaque, this opened. When this opened only later, there's no issue of hold time at all. Okay. So now we look at adaptive sequencing. You remember we talked about canaries and razors?
No.
When we were talking about DVFS, dynamic voltage and frequency scaling, we didn't talk about canary and razor at that time?
No, sir.
Okay. So let us go to that application. DVFS, we say that, okay, I want to do dynamic voltage and frequency scaling. And I see that my system does not require to operate at 50 megahertz. I can operate or 500 megahertz. I can operate as well operate at 50 megahertz only. So I reduce my frequency to 50 megahertz. And I now say, since my system is operating only at 50 megahertz, I don't need to operate at 1.1 volts. I can as well operate at a lower voltage. So I start to lower my voltage. Now, one way is that I lower my voltage to say 0.9 volts, where my system was able to operate at 100 megahertz, but मैंने 0.9 volt पे sign off कर लिया, and that is what I keep. So the power saving is, instead of 1.1 volt, I am going to 0.9 volts. So I save good amount of power. 20% lower कर दिया, तो I have saved something like 35% of my power. CV square F के context में. Huh? So now we are greedy. We want to save still more power. So one person says, यार अभी भी 100 मेगाहर्ट्ज की फ्रीक्वेंसी अचीव तो हो रही है, मेरे को खाली 50 की चाहिए. Can I lower it further? Can I lower it to 0.8? Now, for some lots, probably you can. For some other lots, you can only go down to 0.82. Let us say. For some other lot, you can only go down to 0.86. So what do? Do you want to limit it at 0.86? कि 0.86 पे तो देखो वर्स्ट लॉट के अंदर 0.86 से 50 मेगाहर्ट्ज है. But if I had the best lot, I could have gone to 0.8. But because worst lot is at 0.86, even the best lot I will operate at 0.86. So there is more margin of power recovery, but I'm not doing it. So what people do is, people said that, yeah, let us take one step more. Let us put some sensors in my system, which will tell me when the failure occurs or before the failure occurs. And as soon as I see there is a failure, I will stop lowering voltage further. तो मैं वोल्टेज को लोअर कर रहा था, मैं जाता जाता हूँ, जो ही मेरे को फेलियर नजर आएगा, मैं इसको नीचे जाना छोड़ दूंगा, मैं ऐसे ले जाऊंगा, फ्लैट कर दूंगा. So they used two kind of circuits. First one is called canary. What is a canary? So you know what is a canary? You know what is a canary?
Don't we say canary
bird होती है.
as a cat?
bird.
So bird होता है.
Canary is a very small bird with very sweet, shrill sound, very shrill and very loud sound. Very sweet song. जब वो चर्प करती है तो बहुत सुंदर लगता है. But it's a very small and a very delicate bird. Now, You know what, where coal mining is done? And you know, coal mines are very deep. So there are two types of coal mines. One are open cast, जहाँ पे आप जो coal का content है that is good enough at the surface only. तो आप just 500 मीटर 1 किलोमीटर तक वो करते हो, मतलब आप धीरे धीरे करके सरफेस को क्लीन करते जाते हो, ओपन कास्ट माइनिंग. And then there are places जहाँ पे the coal that is to be mined is deep down, 1 kilometer down, 1,000 meters down. So you cannot really do or remove all the surface for 1 kilometer. You just make tunnels and you go down, and that is where you mine coal. So when you go into those tunnels and you mine coal, what happens is this area is so below the surface level that oxygen supply is as if एक pipe के through oxygen आ रहा है. ठीक है? So oxygen supply is fairly limited. And coal mine being a coal mine, what it means is कि आग लग सकती है, coal is inflammable. तो अगर हल्की सी भी आग लगती है coal mine में, तो people, even if there are areas जहाँ पे आग नहीं लगी and you could prevent fire to spread, people would still die because of asphyxiation, because the oxygen supply reduces. सारा कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड हो जाता है. ठीक है? So canary is very sensitive bird, very delicate bird. It would die अगर ऑक्सीजन लेवल हल्का सा भी कम होगा तो. So what miners do or used to do was they would take canaries with them into the mines. Now the canary would sing its song, it would be entertainment for everyone. But in the eventuality that oxygen levels would drop, the canary would die. The sound of the canary would stop. People at once know, oh, oxygen levels are going down, let us evacuate. So they would evacuate the mine. So before any human being died, you allowed a small little bird to die. That is canary. So in the same way, what we say is that before the real circuit, real critical path fails, we make another critical path which is slightly longer, so that if the clock edge arrives earlier, it would fail first. And as soon as canary fails, I will say no further lowering of VDD, go straight. Go straight. Okay? Canary is clear?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Now, what is Razor then? Razor says, yeah, now what have I done? I could go down to 0.8, but just for the sake of designing a canary, ताकि वो 0.86 से 0.865 पे फेल हो, जब ये कैनरी मेरा 0.8 पे वाले लॉट पे आता है तो एक्चुअली वो 0.81 पे फेल करना शुरू हो जाता है. तो मेरा लॉस मैंने जो चाहा था वो तो खाली 0.5 मिलीवोल्ट्स का था, खाली 5 मिलीवोल्ट्स का था, लेकिन जो मेरा फास्ट लॉट है वहां पे 10 मिलीवोल्ट का या 20 मिलीवोल्ट का ज्यादा मार्जिन छूट जाता है. In fact, in practical cases, what we have observed is that आप अच्छा कैनरी बनाने के चक्कर में एक ऐसा कैनरी जो जल्दी फेल कर जाए, बिकॉज आपके वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर का भी कुछ रिस्पॉन्स टाइम होता है, तो ऐसा कैनरी बनाने के लिए यू एक्चुअली नीड टू मेक अ कैनरी विच वुड इन द 0.8 वाला केस फेल एट समथिंग लाइक 0.84. तो कैनरी बना के भी कुछ खास फायदा तो हुआ नहीं. 0.86 पे जा सकता था, मैं 0.84 पे जाऊं. So not really a very big benefit there. So what to do? So they said, okay, let us allow a failure now. Okay, let us allow a failure. And when there is a failure, we will say, अच्छा पिछली cycle fail करी, उसको दोबारा से evaluate कर लो. So only one cycle you need to repeat, and you stop lowering voltage subsequently. Only one cycle you repeat, and your entire system is now operating at 0.8 instead of 0.84. This is called Razor. तो इसके अंदर आप एक actual flop रखते हो और एक Razor flop रखते हो. Razor flop has a same has a clock that arrives at a relaxed. So Razor, suppose regular flop का setup time अगर 1 nanosecond है, तो जो Razor flop होगा उसका setup time 0.5 होगा. Now you will ask me, अगर 0.5 का बना ही सकते थे तो सारे फ्लॉप्स 0.5 के क्यों नहीं बनाए? Because 0.5 का बनाने के लिए I use more area and I use more power. So I do not want to do that for all the flops. So only on the critical flops I added a razor flop. So as soon as the razor flop fails, I know my actual, as soon as the result of the razor flop and my actual flop is different. Now razor flop will, because by the virtue of having shorter set of time, will give correct output. But actual flop will fail. In this case, now you are allowing failure on the actual path. Canary may you allowed failure on the dummy path. So you will get an error in the system. As soon as you get an error, you say, oh, there's an error. Repeat the previous cycle at a slightly higher voltage and go to 0.8 only. 0.79 पे आप नहीं जा सकते. ये समझ में आया? The difference between razor and canary?
So is
Hello?
essentially this is just a process in the sign off, right? I mean, like this, the designer would use during evaluation of the worst case scenario, what the PBT we can choose, or kind of.
Okay. So again, none of the EDA tools today support neither canary nor razor.
Okay.
So it cannot be signed off.
So this is just the backup, the envelope calculation for the designers.
No. They have to make a complete feedback loop there. This has to be signed off separately through SPICE simulations or something else. Therefore, it is not very widely used, though it is very well known for the past 10 years. जैसे तुम कह रहे थे लैचेस वाला इतना वेल नोन है हमारी बुक्स में तो उसकी बात ही नहीं होती क्योंकि यूज नहीं हो रहा था. आई एम टेलिंग यू अबाउट कैनरी एंड रेजर. यू विल नॉट फाइंड इट इन द बुक्स. बट व्हाई डू यू नॉट फाइंड इट? बिकॉज इट इज नॉट बीइंग यूज्ड टुडे. Some people are using it through internal tooling, through this Pura simulation, SPICE simulation, and so on. But you need to know this concept because jab tak in your career, as you will move ahead, these things will become, jaise aaj pulse latches or wo are becoming more available and more usable in different settings. This will also become more usable. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes.
So in the case of razor, why do I need to repeat my cycle? Because if my razor is like, let's say 0.5 nanoseconds
Because
of...
the flop in my data path had a setup time of 1 nanosecond.
Yeah.
And it failed.
So flop failed or my razor flop failed?
No, razor flop had a set time of only 0.5. Razor flop was more robust.
Okay.
So razor flop had margin. Razor flop gave the right output. Your actual flop failed. As soon as you compared the output of the razor flop with your actual flop, you could make out there's an error.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is an area of active research. So if you want to work in CAD, you can work with Sneh to work on this. If you want to work in circuit design, you can work with me to work on this. If you want to work in computer architecture, you can work with Sujay to work on this. So a very active area of research, PhDs can happen in this area. On CAD part, on designing the canary circuits which are less of a margin there, which actually and making those closed loops, because जब तक CAD tools नहीं आए तब तक closed loops पे ही काम करना है. Architecture side पे भी how to manage this extra cycle failing, है ना? So as soon as I say repeat the function, what does it mean? My computer architect needs to know that okay, pipeline को stall करो. Something needs to go to the operating system. Okay, don't give me the next instruction. My previous thing had failed. A wait signal needs to be generated and sent. So computer architecture side पे भी काम है, operating system side पे भी काम है. बहुत level पे काम होना पड़ेगा to make it mainstream. And therefore it's an area of research. ठीक है? So I thought we would start arithmetic circuits today, but we will do that in the next class then. I'm stopping the recording. Okay, thank you guys.
Sir,
Yes.
सर
Yes,
आई
Prashasti?
वांटेड टू आस्क सर, फिर ये अडैप्टिव में और डीवीएफएस में डिफरेंस क्या होगा? So how do we
Okay.
differentiate the two
So
things?
DVFS में आप 0.9 तक ही गए थे, ऑलरेडी प्रीसेट था कि
Yes.
0.9 पे जाना है. इस अडेप्टिव में आपने कैनरी लगाया और आप 0.86 तक चले गए, या आपने रेजर लगाया और आप 0.8 तक चले गए इन एफएफ लॉट एंड 0.86 तक गए इन स्लो लॉट. You're now
Okay,
actually
okay. So,
operating
sir,
at the real edge. In DVFS,
yes, sir.
you just wanted to be okay. मैंने साइन ऑफ जहां करा है मैं वहीं तक जा सकता हूँ.
Okay.
यहाँ पे
Okay,
आप
sir.
कैट
Yes,
साइन ऑफ
sir.
के भी नीचे जा सकते हो in this adaptive thing.
Sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Anushri? Yeah,
So
yeah.
am I? Yes, sir. So I had a doubt Eldo
In?
part. So जैसे हम लोग एल्डो के स्क्रिप्ट में मॉडल फाइल इंक्लूड करते हैं 65 नैनोमीटर का, तो उसमें हम लोगों ने एक डायरेक्टरी मतलब पाथ उसको दे के रखा है, बट आई एम नॉट गेटिंग कि मतलब वो एक्चुअली वो फाइल मुझे मिल नहीं रही है, मुझे एक बार देखना थी, बिकॉज इन अदर प्रोजेक्ट्स वी वर थिंकिंग ऑफ स्विचिंग टू एल्डो बट वी आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड आउट द मॉडल फाइल. सो आप कुछ हिंट दे सकते हैं मतलब ये मॉडल फाइल्स कहाँ पे होती हैं?
They are in the DK.
Yes, sir.
They are in the design kit.
Okay, design kit.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
ठीक है? The model files are always picked from the design kit. जो भी पाथ दे रखा होगा वो उधर ही फाइनली पॉइंट करेगा.
Okay, so
You may
okay.
have some environment variable defined $dkit root करके. So if you go to $dkit root, you will be able to access the model file.
Acha, okay. Thank you, sir.
So you will when you put your 65 nanometer technology in your .ucd prot file and ucd prot file, ये है ना हमारे पास. Basically we establish a working environment for 65 nanometer. तो उसमें there is a variable $dkit root which gets defined. आप उस $dkit root में जाएंगे तो वहां पे आपको सारे मॉडल सब कुछ मिल जाएगा.
सर रूट के थ्रू भी इनको मिल जाएगा, रूट के थ्रू सारे राउटेड है, मतलब रूट पे जाएंगे.
हाँ, तो $dkit root को आप इको ही करके देख लोगे तो आपको पूरा पाथ भी मिल जाएगा एक्चुअली.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
All the
sir?
best. Yes, Sapna?
Sir, we were having this word that cadence and synopsis do not have that facility. I mean, like, we are done with the class, so I was just asking this question. So, like, if the cadence and the synopsis, like, you're saying that cadence and synopsis do not allow the clock skew wala part to be, you know, verified on their tools and like. But
They did not allow earlier. अब तो करते हैं.
I mean, like, Innovus पे तो काम करते हैं लोग. अगर मैं देखूं, like, Innovus is a tool where actually, I mean, yeah, मतलब, okay, earlier it was right.
हाँ. Skew was still fine. Skew was still allowed. But ये two-phase latches, T non-overlap, all those things, that was not possible. वो तो शायद अभी भी possible नहीं है. T non-overlap वाला consideration.
And okay. And so skew adding is just the buffers, right? We add the buffer change in the skew.
Yes. You add skew, you remove skew. Remove skew matlab you add skew in the other paths. So time borrowing, that's how it's done.
And jittering के लिए we still don't have any solution.
Jitter is the property of the PLL, of the clock, of the crosstalk that will happen on the clock path. उसके लिए बहुत मुश्किल है अभी. जिटर जो है वो आपको जिटर का स्पेक मिल जाएगा, आप उस स्पेक को ऐड करके अपना टाइमिंग साइन ऑफ करोगे.
ओके, एंड लाइक जिटर अगर हमारे पास उस इक्वेशन में होता है जहां हमने टीपीडी और टीसीडी देखा है, तो उस केस में हमारा जिटर की वजह से वो और कंस्ट्रेंट हो जाता है ना टीपीसी.
हाँ, ट्वाइस द जिटर बिकॉज राइजिंग एज जहाँ पे आपका लॉन्चिंग एज था वो लेट आएगा या वो जल्दी आ जाएगा, और जो दूसरा एज था जहाँ पे कैप्चर करना था वो लेट आएगा या जल्दी आ जाएगा. तो 2T जिटर ऐड होता है हमेशा.
राइट, ओके,
ठीक है
सर.
यस मैम.
सर मेरा ये डाउट था कि मेरा जैसे प्रोजेक्ट है OAI 321, तो उस केस में जैसे हम लोग जो एसिमेट्रिक इनपुट जैसे मैं f को लिया हूँ a + b + c × d + e × f, तो f को मैं जैसे आउटपुट के पास रखा था, तो उस केस में सर मतलब ये सोच के कि मेरा पैरासिटिक कैपेसिटेंस उसमें कम आएगा तो इन दैट केस मुझे बेनिफिट होगा, तो सर जब मैं उसका लेआउट के लिए स्टिक डायग्राम बना रहा था तो ऑन दैट केस मुझे दिखा कि मैं अगर यूलर पाथ फॉलो करके उसका स्टिक डायग्राम को ताकि एक ही डिफ्यूजन में सारे के सारे आ जाए तो उसमें ब्रेक आ रहा है। तो
आएगा AOIs OAIs
हाँ
में
सर,
ब्रेक आ सकता है। इट
हाँ
इज
सर,
नॉट
बट
नेसेसरी कि
उसके
सारा सेम एक्टिव कॉमन हो सके।
राइट सर, किंतु सर उसमें अगर डी और ई को अगर मैं आउटपुट के पास रख के उसका अगर मैं डिजाइन करता हूँ तो उस केस में सर मेरा एक ही डिफ्यूजन में वो आ रहा है। और सर अगर डी और ई को मैं सर ऊपर रखता हूँ तो उस केस में उसका शेयर डिफ्यूजन अगर होता है तो सर कैपेसिटेंस वाला जो इशू था वो भी मेरे पास आएगा नहीं।
तो ठीक है, ऐसा करो। एनीवे अगर एरिया बचा पा रहे हो दैट बिकम्स द
सर।
फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी।
यस सर, यस सर।
ठीक है,
और मेटल कनेक्शन भी सर उस केस में मुझे कम लग रहा है।
या तो अगर एरिया बचा पा रहे हो दैट बिकम्स द फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, so I'm stopping the recording now. Thank you guys.
फिर डिस्कस करना था आपसे कुछ।
हेलो सर।
Yes, Tanisha.